It's fight night in Vegas tomorrow night, featuring the main event when Gervonta Tank Davis defends his WBA lightweight world title against Frank Martin. The fight, which takes place at the MGM Grand tomorrow night, is the first fight for Davis in more than a year. As for Martin, he's an undefeated southpaw with, dare I say, less experienced look. I'm worried about Frank Martin because I know the brother can fight, but in the same breath, Tank Davis ain't the kind of dude you want to stand in front of, okay? He really, really, really is not that dude. He's the kind of dude you want to get out of the way. He got power in both hands. They basically call him the lightweight version of Iron Mike Tyson, okay? He's not somebody that you want to stand in front of. Now, for me, here's the most compelling story, though. And I'm not rooting against Frank Martin. Seems like a really good guy, got good boxing skills, don't really know about his power. But I got mad respect for him. I've heard enough about this WBC lightweight champion that is Shakur Stevenson, okay? I mean, at some point in time, when's somebody going to fight him? Is Gervonta Davis going to fight him? Frank Martin and fight him? Who's going to fight him? That's what I'm interested in seeing. I'm just looking at some of these guys. I mean, in the WBA rankings, boxing is such a mess. In the WBA rankings, Frank Martin is ranked number 2, the number 2 contender behind Zepeda, who's 30-0, okay? In the WBC rankings, I'm looking at Frank Martin. He's not even ranked in the top 10. Now, how does that make sense? So he's ranked in the top 2, according to the WBA. He's not even ranked in the top 10, okay, according to the WBC. And with the IBF, because that champion is Lomachenko, Frank Martin is ranked number 5. That's politics. How the hell can you not be ranked in the top 10 in the WBC when you ranked in the IBF and the WBA top 5 or top 2? What the hell is that? See, this is the problem with boxing. It really, really is. And so I'm just looking at some of these fights right now. If you're Gervonta Davis, okay, who do I want to see you go up against? I wouldn't mind seeing Gervonta Davis go up against Lomachenko. That wouldn't bother me. Lomachenko's a bad brother. He picked apart Kambosos the other week, a couple months ago. Picked him apart, beat him like he stole something. Okay? So I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. To me, Gervonta Davis is box office. Tank Davis is box office. Those are the 2 fights worth having at the lightweight division, up at 140, assuming he moves up. To see him fight somebody like Teofimo Lopez is something that I would love to see. If Ryan Garcia could get his act together and stop getting himself in some mess with these headlines, recently getting arrested and stuff like that, messing up a hotel in Beverly Hills. I mean, what the hell is going on with him? I do not want to see Devin Haney against Gervonta Davis. Devin Haney is a damn good boxer. Damn good boxer. But boy, did he get picked apart by Ryan Garcia. Yes, Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds heavier. But he looked so much bigger, so much stronger, so much faster, so much skilled, so much more skilled. And Devin Haney, you know, he got his ass kicked. Now, I don't think it was fair because I think that Ryan Garcia, not only is the 3-pound weight advantage, he didn't meet the weight limit. Devin Haney should never have taken the fight. Shouldn't have taken $500,000 for every pound that Ryan Garcia was overweight. He shouldn't have agreed to that at all. Your belt was on the line. Your undefeated record was on the line. You were unblemished. And then in the World Tour, you get beat up by a guy that was 3 pounds heavier that, according to the reports, tested positive for performance-enhancing drug use. So Ryan Garcia has got a lot of problems. But it still doesn't take away the blemish on Devin Haney's record, and it doesn't erase what we saw with our own 2 eyes. So I don't want to see that brother against Gervonta Davis. I don't want to see that. I really, really don't. I want to see Ryan Garcia back in the ring against Gervonta Davis. I want to see Teofimo Lopez in the ring against Gervonta Davis. That's what I want to see. But the first order of business is to see him against Frank Martin. And my advice to Frank Martin is simple. Box, my brother. Move. Sting and move. Hit and move. Do not stand in front of Gervonta Davis. I know Frank Martin is telling us during these press conferences and doing his interview on the pivot with Ryan Clark and others, I want to see that Channing Crowder and Fred Taylor and those boys, mad love for them. I don't want to see, oh, I rocked him, I shook him, I buckled his knees, I buckled his legs in sparring. Nah, that ain't the fight. That ain't the fight with the crowd and attendance and the bright lights there. That's a different animal. That's what I want to see you do. You ain't standing in front of no Gervonta Davis. Not Tank Davis. Frank Martin, take it from Stephen A. My brother, whatever you do, stick and move. Stick and move. Don't stand in front of that man. Do not stand in front of my man. That man, I am looking out for your health. You want to get the hell away from Gervonta Davis. You don't want to have this man walking you down and stalking you when he's throwing these haymakers. Nah, not Tank. You don't want to see that brother doing that. You don't want to see that brother doing that.